What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike back at again with another solid video for you guys. We're actually going to be talking about dividends once again in this video because this is something that you need to be doing with your dividends if you're just starting out as a dividend investor, or if you're a dividend investor already and you simply don't do this, you need to be doing it, and that's basically tracking your investments, tracking your dividends, knowing what type of annual income you're getting, making sure you're getting the right dividend payout when you actually receive those payouts, all of that stuff, and it'll all be included in this video. And with that, about 5 months ago, I made a video talking all about tracking your investments through your dividends, all that kind of stuff. I made a video talking about it. I showed you a brand new free website that you could use to track your dividends, which is actually called trackyourdividends.com. It's a great website. They do great stuff there. It's a solid product. They have a free version and a paid version, but in this particular video, we're going to go over that website again because they fully revamped the entire website. It's completely different from what it was before, and I highly recommended it before, and I still highly recommend it today. They don't pay me to say this, but I'm telling you guys, this is a great free tracker. And if you want to get the paid version is even better. I personally have the paid version, but you don't have to. You can use the great free tracker just as it is and track your dividends. Paid version has all that kind of good stuff. We're going to talk about all that in this video because we're going to go over the entire dividend tracker in this video. So let's do that. Let's get right into the video. That was a pretty long intro, I think. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Switch over to desktop mic, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys could drop a like on the video. That basically just pushes the video out to more people so more people can see it, and dropping a like also lets me know that you guys actually like content like this. So definitely drop a like if you do like content like this. Hit that big red subscribe button so you're locked in every time I drop a new video. And lastly, check out those links down below. Those links down below could get you started with your dividend portfolio with free stocks. Robinhood, you're gonna get a free stock. Webull, you're gonna get 2 free stocks just for signing up and depositing $100. Public, you're gonna get a free stock. Doe, you're gonna get a free stock. Tons of different places to get your free stocks. Public free stock as well. I already mentioned that. Yeah. So let's just jump on over to the portfolio. We're all good to go. Thank you very much. As always, let's get started. All right, so here we go. It's desktop Mike here, and I'm back right here on my desktop, and we're looking at trackyourdividends.com, the best free dividend tracker. Before we actually sign into my account, I just want to show you guys the pricing because, like I said, a lot of stuff is already free. You can just get the free version. I don't recommend you get the paid version unless you want all the paid stuff, but you can see what the differences is between the free and the paid version. So let's go ahead and click on pricing, and you can pay also. You can also pay. Can be monthly or yearly. I personally do the yearly because it's cheaper, but you can do whatever you want. Either way, with the free version, you're going to get one linked account. That's all I personally use is one linked account. I don't have multiple linked accounts. One linked account, you get unlimited manual portfolios. So that basically means you're allowed to actually go and plug in whatever amount of numbers, whatever amount of portfolios you want to get, which is absolutely great, and that's all free. You also get future value projections. We'll talk about that later in the video. You also get basic dividend alerts. So it'll tell you when a dividend's coming up or X dividend date's popping up, all that kind of good stuff that you need to know if you're going to be a dividend investor. You would like to know that stuff, and that's all free as well. You'll get a dividend calculator with that free version, and you'll also get a diversification analysis tool, which is such an amazing tool. A lot of people actually on Robinhood, they have the diversification thing on Robinhood, but this is so much better than Robinhood by far. Definitely plug your stuff in here. Great stuff. And basically with the paid version, you're going to get all of that plus some more stuff. You're going to get unlimited linked accounts, hand-picked dividend alerts, which I don't really know how that goes, but they do have like special little dividend type of ideas and stuff that you can go and use if you want to use it. You also get dividend safety scores. So dividend safety scores are basically like scores between 0 and 100. It's basically estimating the amount of risk that dividend has over the course of a time and stuff like that. So a company like 3M, like we talked about in my last dividend video, a company like 3M is a really, really good company, so their dividend safety score will be really high. You want a company that has a really high safety score because that means they're going to pay out that dividend consistently every single month, and that's exactly what you want to see with your solid dividends. But sometimes there are dividend safety scores like PSEC that are really low, only 3, but PSEC's been paying me a dividend for at least a year and a half now. Who knows how long it will continue, but overall I'm happy with the dividend they're paying me. You'll also get some other free stuff that was in the regular one. You'll get stock analysis, stock popularity, a dividend screener, which is cool because dividend screeners basically allow you to go ahead and set up your own little tools and try to find your own dividend stock that you actually may need. We'll talk about that more in the video. A dividend idea list, which is what I was talking about before. Basically, they'll give you little ideas of what you could invest your money into. A personal watch list and no ads, which is great. And you also get priority support. I've never used their support before, so I don't know how good or bad their support is. I've never had any issues, so I never had any reason to use their support, but you get priority support, so they'll reach out to you first before they reach out to somebody that has the free account. All right, so we're in my account right now. You can see track your dividends at the top, and we got a couple of tabs at the top as well. We got the dashboard, which is the home screen. Diversification, we'll talk about that. Upcoming dividends, we'll talk about that as well. Future value, we'll talk about it. And if you click on research, we got even more stuff. This is only for the premium members. You'll get the stock analysis, the idea list, dividend screener, popularity, watch list, and the glossary, which I think is free for everybody. The glossary is free for everybody, but we'll go over all of these buttons, everything that what they do, good stuff there. I cannot complain. I'm telling you guys, it's fire. It's really good. So if you want to use it, just go ahead. I think it's great. Either way, this is my portfolio right now. This is actually all of my these are not all my portfolios, but most of my portfolios. So as you can see, I'm sitting at $37,074. I'm overall up about $9,000 roughly, I guess, against all of these portfolios. You can see here, this is the summary page. So this is all my portfolios, everything combined. I also have the BlockFi link, so that's just my cryptocurrency, some of my cryptocurrency, because I have other ones, but we can click on it. Got the BlockFi, which I got some Ethereum and Bitcoin in there. I got my Doe portfolio, which I haven't talked about really on the channel too much yet. I'm still testing out the app. I don't like talking about stuff unless I really get into it. So yeah, I haven't really used it that much, so that's why I'm not talking about that much, and that's why it's not that much money in there. I got my M1 Finance, which you guys know, this is my emergency fund portfolio. Solid stuff. It has some dividends in there. I'm telling you guys, Waste Management, you see it right here, Waste Management. I'm telling you guys, great dividend stock. It's not on my Robinhood portfolio. It's in here, but great dividend stock. Definitely get some Waste Management. Got my public portfolio. Don't have any stocks in here really either. Robinhood obviously has the bulk of everything, and then I got Webull as well, which I don't use that much at all either. So we go back to the summary page. This is exactly what you would see once you go ahead and set up your account, once you plug your stuff in. So you can see here my dividend yield across all of my particular shares of all my stocks is 2.09%. Yield on cost is 2.86%. And annual income across all of these portfolios is actually $775 every single year at least, for doing absolutely nothing but holding shares of these particular companies. That's absolutely amazing, and that'll absolutely grow over time. Even if I don't add any more money today, it'll still grow over time, and we can see that under the future value tab, which we'll get into later. If we scroll down a little bit, this will show the summary of all your particular stocks that you have in all your portfolios. We can just go ahead and click on the Robinhood portfolio, and I'll just get into that one because, like I said, Robinhood's my main dividend portfolio, so that's the one we're going to look at. And like I said, I have other portfolios that's not even on here that I don't track on here. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Either way, scroll down a little bit. We can see we got Apple, A, G, and C. They're all in alphabetical order, but you can put them in any type of order you want. You can do alphabetical like that. You can do it by how many shares you have. So let's say 3M, I got 1.59. Let's see, Doge, I got 8,000. You can know APXT, 175. You can do it by shares. You can do it by the price of the stock. So this is the order by price of the stock. You can do it by percentage change today. So what's up today the most? In my portfolio, NEO, up roughly 4% today. Solid stuff. You can do it by average cost, which is the average cost of how much I paid for those shares. Profit loss, which is the total profit and total loss for all these. So Doge, I'm up big. And you can see my biggest loss right now is with APXT, Coinbase, and Block. Dividend yield, you can do it by dividend yield. Of course, some of these stocks in my portfolio don't have a dividend yield, like Tesla. They don't pay a dividend, but it's still my portfolio because overall I wanted to be in here just for more understanding. I keep everything the same. It just works that way. QYLD, highest dividend yield. They actually are paying that out right now. 11%. It's amazing. I'm loving it. A little risky, but hey, if they're going to pay it out, they're going to pay it out. They got the yield on cost. They got the annual income, so how much you know you're going to get from each particular stock every single year just for what you have invested currently. And the dividend safety score, which some of these don't have one because it depends on what it is. Like Dogecoin, it's not going to have a dividend safety score because they don't pay a dividend. But if we go click it again, we see Lowe's, 96. They're probably going to be paying that dividend solid. No worries about that. You don't have anything to worry about. They're probably going to be paying that dividend unless something absolutely insane happens, and they'll still probably pay that dividend. Either way, that's a high one on the list, and you can see more if we scroll down and see all the ones in my portfolio. And we can also click edit, which doesn't do anything because it's not supposed to. But when you need to go and actually edit one of these, you go ahead and click on this little pencil icon, and you can go in and edit however many shares you have. Like for instance, Lowe's right now. Let's actually go and pull up my Robinhood portfolio, and I actually did because I just bought some new Lowe's. So let's go ahead and open my Robinhood portfolio. Let's see, Lowe's. My average cost on Lowe's is actually different now. So let's actually go and update that. So I have 5.27 shares of Lowe's, and my average cost now, because I bought $750 worth of Lowe's. So make sure you guys check out that previous video. I bought a lot of Lowe's. My average cost right now on Lowe's is not that anymore. It's actually 175.33. So let's go ahead and update that holding. And just like that, Lowe's should be updated. Let's go back to Lowe's, and there we go. So my profit, loss, all that kind of stuff is now updated now. So good stuff. That's how you edit it. And you can just click right there, the little trash can icon, to go ahead and delete it. You can also go ahead and add any new holdings if you have new holdings. For instance, I go ahead and buy something like, let's see, what should I go buy? Let's say, for example, I'm going to go buy Waste Management on my Robinhood portfolio because it's not on there anymore. But let's just say I did, if I wanted Waste Management, I would go ahead and click add holding here at the top. and then I'll just type in the ticker, which is WM for Waste Management. It pops up right there, populates. You say how many shares you got, and you also say what your average cost per share is, which is all on Robinhood, so you'll be all good to go if you need to add something. And that's simply how you add something. It's not difficult, super easy. All the math is done for you, all the dividend is done for you, and that's kind of it. So if we scroll down a little bit more, once again, you can go ahead and search the holdings as well. If you don't feel like looking for it, you can search it. So I can search Apple. Boom, there's Apple right there. Also on the right here, you can see actions. This can turn into a ball upload. You can go ahead and clear your holdings, or you can delete this entire account, which basically means that I would delete my entire Robinhood portfolio off of this actual portfolio list. All my summary, it'd all be gone. Or, which is also new, you can go ahead and export. So you can copy all this stuff, you can print it, you can download it into an Excel sheet, into a CSV file, or into a PDF. Free. This is free. This is free stuff. None of this is paid yet. All this is free right here. All this is free. Scroll down. If we scroll down, you can see all my holdings and stuff like that. But we scroll down to the bottom, we got even more stuff, and this is what I was talking about before, where Robinhood offers this, but this does it so much better. This is the sector diversity section, and basically you can see how your money is split up in between all the different sectors that you're actually invested in. Amazing stuff. Come on, it's free. It's free. I'm just saying. I wish they were paying me for this. I'm really giving them some good stuff. On the right here, you got your expected dividends, and this is what I was talking about in my previous video, where you can see I'm trying to get these months up to around $50 a month. But overall, my expected dividend for June of 2021, which is this month, is $57 across all my dividend stocks. Simple enough, good stuff there. And you can also go ahead and click on both of these links to break down the stuff even more. And we're going to do that right now. So let's scroll back on up to the top, and let's go over to the next tab, which is diversification. Click on diversification, and we're going to go back on over to the Robinhood portfolio with dividends, because we can just talk about that one. That's like how everything's set up. Robinhood portfolio with dividends, boom, bam, bop. And you can see all this is broken down into sectors, or you can break it down by industry. So this is my portfolio on Robinhood, my current portfolio of $29,000 exactly right now, because the market's just up and down all day today. I can see I have 33% of my money in funds, 40% of my money there, 21% of my money there, 20% of my money there, and 13% of my money there. It's basic stuff, and it breaks down even further. So for instance, we go ahead and click on defensive. The defensive type of stocks are stocks that basically, they're great stocks to hold, because overall long term you should have basically high dividend, low volatility. It shouldn't be too much risk involved with investing in stocks like this. And like I said, we go ahead and click on that. Let me click out of it real quick. If we go ahead and click on the defensive, it goes in and it shows you what stocks you got inside of it. So I got Coke in here, I got Procter & Gamble, BGS Foods, Johnson & Johnson, and Walgreens. Yeah, it's Walgreens. And it shows you the exact amount of percentage of how much money you have invested in each one. So if you got too little in, let's say I got too little in Procter & Gamble, I got 1.7%. If I want to increase that some more to overall so it adds up, I can do that. And now I know exactly what stock to add more money to overall give me a better diversified portfolio, which overall makes my portfolio a lot safer when stuff like Tesla drops $20 in one day or $100 in one day. If I put more money here, then it'll basically offset all of that. Either way, the same thing goes for all these other sectors. It does the same thing. If I go ahead and click on sensitive, it does the same thing. Got Verizon, Boeing, Emerson, 3M, Southwest, Microsoft, Apple, Telos. Well, I'm getting pretty good at this. Shell? No. Shell? I want to say Shell. Is it not Shell? Exxon. Exxon and Kinder Morgan. Same thing goes here. And like I said before, cool stuff. All this is here as well. So you can see I got 82% of my money, as far as the Robinhood portfolio goes, 82% of my money is in equities. About 10% is in crypto, about 5.5% is in real estate, and about 2.4% is in alternative. So right here, you automatically know as well where most of your money is. So if you think you got too much in equity or too much in crypto, then go ahead and pump some more money in either one of these, and you're all good to go. If I go ahead and click on the industry tab, it does the same thing. So we got auto manufacturers, crypto, asset management, shell companies, and it breaks it all down for you, and it shows you exactly how much money you got in which one, which is absolutely great. I love it. Solid stuff. Below that, we have even more stuff, and we're going to go through everything. Below that, we got even more stuff, which tells you your total holdings for whatever stock you got. So largest holding basically is Tesla, and you guys know I don't invest in Tesla anymore. I still love Tesla. I'm holding all my shares, but don't invest in Tesla anymore because it's so big on my portfolio. I don't want it to be a big factor of my portfolio. I don't want Tesla to go down, like I said, $100 in a day, lose all my money. There you go. Smallest, Southwest. Barely don't have any money in there. So it would make a lot more sense for me to, if I wanted to have more diversified portfolio, to add a little bit more money towards Southwest, so it doesn't, knock down my portfolio like Tesla would. Past that, same thing goes with the sectors. 18% in financial services, and smallest is basically an ETF. And you can see the dividend payers, same thing goes here. QYLD is the most, and largest income is actually from PSEC. So 2 solid dividend stocks. I personally feel like they've been paying me. They're a little risky, but they've been paying me. On the right side, we got the individual holdings, and you can see exactly what I mean. Tesla's 10%, Dogecoin is basically 10% as well. So if both of these are down one day, I'm down 20%. Come on, I don't want to be down 20% from two different things when all this other stuff I have in my portfolio. I need all this other stuff to balance this out. So that means I need to add more to these type of plays, especially some of these back here, because these are actually solid dividend plays. Scroll down. Same thing goes right here. Individual income contributors. So basically, PSEC's paying me just about the most. QYLD's paying me the second most. BGS paying me the third most. And it goes all the way down. You can see all that kind of stuff. Same thing goes down here. Even more statistics. All free information. Even more statistics breaks down your whole portfolio. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see what it does. Individual holdings, same thing goes. Breaks it all down for you. So, like I said, I'm not going to go over all of them because we'll be here literally all day. So let's scroll back on up to the top, and let's go ahead and click on the next tab, which is upcoming dividends, which is pretty short, and it shows you exactly what I'm talking about. Click on Robinhood and portfolio dividends, and this is what we got right here. So the highest, it looks like for the year of basically being December of $66. The lowest is $40, which is for November, August, and it looks like next year and the year after that, basically, not the year after that, but May after that. And there you go for that front of things. So that's basically, it just tells you exactly how much money you're going to get paid from, each month in dividends, which is great. And if you go down some more, it'll show you exactly how much you're going to get paid from each particular stock on every given month up to about, May of 2022. So, yeah, nothing wrong here. That's literally what it does. Like you can see, Nintendo actually does pay a dividend, but they don't update that because they just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'll probably actually reach out to them for that. We can try to test out their support, see how it goes. But Nintendo does pay a dividend, I think like once a year, but they do pay a dividend. This is Realty Income. They pay a monthly dividend. It's a real estate stock. You can see I get paid $262, and that'll only increase over time because all the dividends are going to get reinvested back into my portfolio to make me even more money. You guys know the deal. Down here, we got an actual calendar, so you can see what days you get paid what $5 right here, $3.57 there, $2.46 here, $7 there. You get the point. That's all good stuff. And you can also see down here if the dividends are actually confirmed and the payment date if they actually are confirmed. So you can see upcoming right here, the payment date should be that, but it might be different. But overall, yeah, you're going to get paid, and that's exactly how you look at it, and we have pages for that as well. So let's scroll back on up to the top and go on over to the next tab, which is future value. All still free. We haven't touched any of the paid stuff yet. All still free, just for you signing up for an account. I can't complain. Either way, let's click on Robinhood Portfolio again. And this is basically what I was talking about before. The future value basically tells you if you stopped investing your money, I can have it set. I have it set that way. So yeah, if you stopped investing your money today, so if I stopped investing my money today into Robinhood, how much would it still grow over time without me investing a dime more of my money? And I can change this, but currently this is not with me. This is currently set up where the dividend growth rate is about 5%, which is kind of high. Let's change that down to about 3%. And the actual price appreciation, let's change that up to about 5%. So the price appreciation is basically where that's how much the stock price could go up on average over the next couple of years or over every single year. And on average, the stock market, you can get a nice return of about 5 to 7%. So let's just go with the low end, say 5%. Maximum dividend yield, let's say 12%, because I do have some 12% dividends. And then let's say I don't add any more money. Annual contributions is basically how much money you're adding every single year. I'm not adding any more money. Dividend growth rate, we're going to keep that at about 3%. And let's update this chart. So overall, if I stopped investing my money today, and this is set for 10 years, I can also change that, but stop investing my money today. In 10 years from now, I'll have an annual income of $1,500 every single year for not doing absolutely anything. You may say, well, Mike, that's not really a lot of money. And honestly, it's not. $1,500 a year for free, even though you didn't do anything, it's still not a lot of money. It's not going to pay any crazy bills, and it's definitely, you're not going to be able to live on that. You can't live on $1,000 a year. You're not going to be able to do that. But the thing is, like I mentioned before, this is all compounded interest over time, compounded dividends over time. So it's all good stuff there. And this is also with me not adding any money at all. Typically, I add 100, maybe I typically I add $100 a week, but on some instances, like my couple videos ago, I added $1,000 just randomly. So in that sense, let's just scroll back down. Let's say I add $5,000 a year to this portfolio, update the chart, and this is going to be completely different. Now, 10 years from now, I'm going to be getting paid $3,000 a year, and my portfolio value will be $113,000. But the thing is, 10 years is still a short amount of time. On average, people have a nice dividend portfolio going for like 25 years. So let's just go ahead and change it to 25 years. Let's see what we got there. We got an annual income of, once it loads up, it's going to take a second. Annual income of $24,000. Now we're talking. And this is from just putting $5,000 a year in and having the slow growth, because this isn't even good growth. This is very average. Honestly, kind of below average, because last year I got a nice 20% return. You're not going to get a 20% return every year, but I think I get a 5% return on my money every single year at least. So this is on the low end, that you're going to get $24,000 in passive income every single year from 2045 and beyond. We don't even have to go that far. We can go to 2036, $7,000 a year in passive income. Now you may say, I mean, that's pretty solid. You know, you're not doing anything. When you're getting paid all this passive income and dividends, you're not doing anything extra. So I can't really complain by getting $25,000 a year, because I don't know where I'm going to be at in 2045. I don't know if I'm chilling on a boat or I'm still working every day. I hope I'm not working every day, because that's dead. But, you know, you get the whole point. You get what I'm saying. And like I said, this is on the low end of me adding $5,000 a year, which I personally feel like isn't that much money considering the amount of money I put in the market. Now, that may be completely different, but for me, that's not anything too crazy. So let's actually skip all that. You can see it's all at the top right here. Let's actually skip all that. Let's go on over to the page section. And if you don't want to see the page section, then you can probably just cut the video off. I don't know how long this video is going to be now at this point, because it's already at 21 minutes. We'll see. But let's go on over to the stock analysis. Stock analysis is basically where you can go ahead and plug in any ticker, and then it'll give you a full-blown analysis of the stock. It sounds like, you know, stock analysis. Sounds just like what it would do. Either way, I'll do 3M. That's my example. It shows you the dividend yield, the payout ratio, the dividend increases over 20 years straight paying this dividend, the summary of the stock, the dividends, and I'm not going to get into all this, the competitor analysis, the valuation, the analyst like ratings and stuff like that. So what the analysts say, I don't follow analysts too much, but whatever they say, you know, if you want to take it with a grain of salt, do whatever you got to do. And the charts, profit margins, capital allocation, quality, sales and earnings, cash flow, net to debt ratios, current ratio. Come on. And this is all for $60 a year. I think that's a solid, I think that's really good. And with the dividend safety score, I think that's a pretty solid bet. Honestly, if you're a dividend investor, this is a dream right here, personally, for me. Next up, we got the idea list, and the idea list basically gives you ideas of what you can go and invest your money into next. If you want to go get a Dividend King, where they've been paying a dividend straight for 50 years straight, solid stuff. You can go with ticker symbol MO, great to be invested in. You can go with ticker symbol UVV, great investment, and they're both defensive. So in that particular sector, you're not really going to lose any of your investment. If another pandemic happens, you're probably going to be good to go. I'm just saying. And that's just a couple of them. They're all right here. This is all free information as long as you pay for it. But well, really, this is free information anyway. You can go on Google and type in Dividend Kings, and it's going to give you all this information. But the fact that they put it right here is nice as well. I don't have any issue with that. Dividend Aristocrats, same thing, but 25 years. High dividend, low volatility. They got the rankings right here for all that kind of good stuff. AT&T, I wish, but they're not actually paying this dividend anymore, or they shouldn't be. But if they were, AT&T, we already know, was one of the best dividend stocks on the stock market. And the S&P 500, top 500 companies in the market right now. Good stuff there as well. And you can also go and search the results. So if I go ahead and click on that first one, it's going to give you the same thing. All this information about the stock. Great stuff. I love it. It's $60 a year or $6 a month, however you want to pay for it. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the Dividend Screener. The Dividend Screener basically allows you to go and find dividends that you're actually looking for. So let's go ahead and filter this. I can say I want a yield of above 3%. I want a dividend safety score above 85%. And minimum value score, we're going to keep that the same. Any trend score, sector, let's say basic materials. And let's just do any for those things. And boom, let's see if we get anything. We don't, because I probably don't know what I'm doing. But no, basic materials probably just doesn't have a high yield dividend that pays or with a high safety score. So let me go ahead and try something else. Try this and try this one as well. So let's see if we get anything now. We get this one. Yeah, so what did I add? Let me go back to it. I added the consumer one. I also added consumer defensive, and that's KMB. So I don't think... I don't think this is the actual pay. Well, this might be the payout ratio, but I had to look into this company and figure it out. But the whole point is you can use this to find dividends that you want to actually go and find. Past that, we can go on to another one, which is the popularity, which is basically the popularity of the stocks that's actually on trackyourdividends.com. So that would be AT&T. So basically everybody that uses this particular website has a lot of shares of AT&T, and we can actually see how much they have right here because it shows you not but this is the total, not like they don't get into your account and all that kind of stuff. They don't do that. Privacy is pretty important. Privacy is pretty important. But that, you can see it goes down a list, and this is just a popularity list. Nothing special, not investment advice in no type way, but it's just there. I'm invested in Apple, KO, Microsoft, I don't have AbbVie, Johnson & Johnson, but you get the point. Popularity, that's what you got. You can also do a watch list, which I don't have one set up, but if you want to set one up, simply add the stock that you want to add. Let's say I want to add 3M, because I keep using that as the example. Watch list, boom, 3M's on my watch list. I come back to it now. I can just go here, click on watch list, and I'm good to go there. Now, last thing, that was the last thing. Yep, last thing is the glossary. They basically just give you a solid whole bunch of dividend terms, which is great because if you don't know what you're doing, then this is a great place to check, and it's all in one spot. You can obviously go and Google all of this information to get the same exact information, but if it's all here, why not? You know, they're providing you with a service, and this, I'm pretty sure the glossary is free, so shouldn't be any issues there. But yeah, that's the whole track your dividends. I try to do that as fast as possible and make the most sense as possible because I didn't want to, take you guys' time up too much. But yeah, there you go. And my portfolio went down by like $1,000 because Dogecoin is dropping. So yeah, either way, there you go. That is trackyourdividends.com. That's the new updated version of it. I love it. You get a lot of stuff for free. And if you want to get the paid version, you get a lot of stuff for the paid version as well. I think either version is worth it. The free version is 100% worth it. The paid version, I'm paying for it and I like it, so I'm good with that. Let me know if you already use this or if you use a different dividend tracker. I know it's one on the phone. I think it's called Stock Events. Great app for dividends as well if you want to check out Stock Events. I haven't made a video on that, but if you want to check it out, great app. But yeah, I like this one. It's on my desktop. We're all good to go in that front of things. Yeah, so I'm going to close this out and we're going to switch back on over to my computer mic, I guess, because this is desktop mic, so computer mic, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. So there you guys go. That's how you use the brand new trackyourdividends.com. Once again, all of that stuff is free, mainly in the beginning. Towards the end, most of it is paid, but like I said before, the paid product is still pretty solid in my personal opinion. So if you want to get the paid, get the paid, get the free, all good stuff there. I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. But that's all I really got for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Dollar Mike. Peace.